This is the Darren Green Show. Welcome to the Darren Green Show. I'm your host, Darren Green, here to give you another stellar episode. Period. Okay, so how you guys been? This is another Thursday for me. Back from the trip. Just getting out of whack of things, and we'll get into that a little bit later because I got to get into these logistics for a minute. So if you are watching this podcast on YouTube, be sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button and tap the bell to get notified of all of my videos. I will be coming out with videos on there soon. I just gotta find time to figure out this camera, and then let me just let you know this is only a limited time. So yeah, that's on YouTube. For iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, be sure to hit that subscribe button on there. Give me a 5-star rating. Anywhere else where you listen to podcasts, hello. How are you doing today? We've had a great week. And also, follow my Instagram page and Twitter at TDGS Official. We had a good run. I mean, this week was really good. Like yesterday, I think it was Wednesday, 40 downloads. 40 downloads. I don't know where y'all came from, but thank you so much. I cannot stress that enough. That I'm actually getting some actual viewers, and I don't care. I don't care if it's not like the hundreds or the thousands like the other podcasters or whatever. But I'm just glad that I got just somebody listening to me now. I'm just happy that somebody is taking their time out their busy day just to play my podcast, and I'm just happy for it. I mean, I had to post, and I don't like doing that. I had to post my statistics or whatever to see, just to show, because everybody post their accolades and stuff like that. So I'm like, let me do it today. And I just wanted to say thank you for listening and keeping it going, and just it means a lot to me that I actually have some listeners. And that's what I guess, I don't know. I keep on calling you that. I think that's what y'all name's gonna be, listeners. So yeah, I'm out of whack from the trip. Going back to the internship, it was, that was a task. And, reworking all the stuff in that order. Also, I'm going to work today, which is, child. I'm only working one time this week, and then probably Sunday. They'll probably get me in for Sunday anyway. I don't really care. But, I'm back to working at that job, child. It's going to be interesting. I can't have but tomorrow, though, Friday, I will be off the entire day. And I will be off the entire day. Yeah, just laying down all day. Because, I just feel like I just haven't had a time to just breathe. Just let all your emotions just flow and just lay down for a whole day. Like I always say, especially when I get my own place, that I just want to take 1 week off and just hibernate in my house. Just get all the food that you need for the week, turn off your phone, hide the phone, and just sit and just relax, meditate, maybe work out a little bit, watch some news by yourself. You get what I'm saying? Doing all that. Yeah. I mean, I'm just that type of person. That's just because, I'm kind of a loner and I'm kind of a hermit a little bit. But there's times where I want to be interactive and there's times where I want to be alone. I feel like there is a room for both. So yeah. Okay, I don't know how we got there. I'm always going off the rip, but I wanted to talk about some things in the intro because there were some things that I wanted to talk about, and then there was some things that was pissing me off. Like I just got this news I got this morning. So, no interview. Yeah, that fell through the wayside, and that's fine. It's whatever. It would have been a good conversation. It would have definitely gave me some time. Because, I love it when I'm in the 40-minute realm, but I think we might get to 40 minutes with this podcast because I have a lot to say. Well, it's whatever. Maybe next time. I still got the question, so whenever he wants to do the interview, then we'll do the interview. But until then, if you want to get interviewed for something that you do, if you're a new up-and-coming artist, or you do fashion, or you do whatever, please hit my email that is in the description of from wherever you're listening or watching this podcast on. Hit me an email, say you want to interview, or if you want me to promote your stuff. If you got music, you got a snippet that you want me to promote, send me the snippet. I only got one catch now. You got to promote this podcast. And then that's the only, because I'm doing it for free. I'm not going to charge nobody. I'm not that type of podcast that, I'm taking in this amount of money for, because you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have I have the viewers, but I don't have the viewers. You get what I'm saying? That I can start charging people. So just, I share you, you share me, and we'll share fans. You get what I'm saying? I also promote other podcasts. If you got to be small though, because it wouldn't work. Because you got to be at least small. And I don't know what is going on, but I'm getting this weird voice. But hopefully, in post editing, it will go away. What is this? I don't know. My dad's probably watching television and using the surround sound, but he need to turn that shit down. That's why I love recording when no one else is here, because there's just so much freaking noise and his microphone picks up everything. So I'm sorry if you guys hear that weird vibration in this podcast. But anyway, yes, anything, any business, anything that you want me to promote, hit my email in the description. Okay? So actually, I didn't watch Lion King, obviously, because Lion King didn't come out last week. And it comes out this Friday, which I won't be watching this Friday because it is off pay week and I've been on a trip. So this pay will be trash. Okay, you get what I'm saying? So it won't be nothing. So I have to wait till next week and we'll see what happens there. Already, we got the track list. We got a couple songs from Beyonce. And I didn't know Beyonce produced most of the songs on there, which was good. I mean, like, she actually contributed to the movie. She just, she wasn't just a voice actress or something. But it's good. It's refreshing to see her in interview. I mean, I just seen her in the GMA, and I'm like, all right, GMA. Because, I always said I'm going to be the first person that interviews Beyonce again. Like, because Beyonce hasn't been doing any type of interviews. Like, I don't even know what the girl sound like no more. And I was like, I'm going to be the one that's going to do an interview with her. And then everyone's like, oh my God, after this amount of years, Beyonce actually gets interviewed. But no, GMA took my dream. That's whatever. I wanted to see Beyonce in an interview anyway. So yes, it's very refreshing. And I don't care what Rotten Tomatoes said. I'm going to have to retract what I said. I don't care what Rotten Tomatoes have to say, because look, it's going to be good. It's a diverse cast. Beyonce's in it, and it's just good music. You get what I'm saying? It's the Lion King. Yeah. So basically, that's just it is what it is. Now, also, let me tell you, what's up with these old filters? I cannot stand when I'm over here looking about through my Instagram. What is up with these old ass filters? And I'm like, let me do mine. And I'm like, oh no, child, I look. I mean, it looks good. I mean, it looks really accurate. I don't know if I said that right. Accurate. Got to work on my enunciations. It looks accurate, and I don't know. It's just weird. And then also Instagram. What is up with Instagram shutting down? Like, y'all are the best app. Y'all the best social media app out there, and you guys cannot keep it together. Now, I thought this was a one-time thing, and everything was, going to go back to normal. Because I remember one time when I was at my Orlando trip, and it didn't matter to me because I was out chilling and having fun in Orlando. But, I'm like, but damn, why is Instagram not working? What if I wanted to post a pic for the gram? I couldn't even do that. So I was like, I was so mad. I'm like, yo, today, no, it actually happened yesterday. I was like, what the hell is up with my Instagram? I'm like, is it my Wi-Fi or is it something else? But yeah, I just, it was a lot of stuff that happened on Instagram. So, all right, I got called out by a Barb. For those who don't know what Barbs are, that's the Nicki Minaj stan group, the fan club, the Nicki Minaj fans. And I'm a Barb too. So this was Barb on Barb crime, I will say. Okay, so basically last episode rather, I talked about all the female rappers standing together and coming after Jermaine Dupri. And I also said how Nicki's response to him was kind of lackluster and pretentious because, at the end of the day, you could have said a little bit more. And then I also highlighted the fact that she was coming for a random on Twitter, which, didn't have to be needed. She didn't have to do it. Okay. And I still feel like that. You get what I'm saying? So, this caused this person that I follow on Instagram that also listens to the podcast to say Nicki was not attacking anyone. They put her name in their mouth and she stuck up for herself just like you would, just like anyone would. Okay. Now, first of all, you get what I'm saying? I'm like, oh no, I'm not saying. I mean, she can definitely defend herself when it needs to be defended. Because if it's like a random person that has no type of influence on nothing, I wouldn't be responding to that person because they're irrelevant. Now, if it was somebody up, in her lane or close to her lane or whatever, then yes, I will respond because now you're attacking me. You get what I'm saying? Now, if it's a celebrity coming for her, yes, please, because there's times celebrities did come for her and she didn't say nothing. But she'll respond to a random that was a party gang. You get what I'm saying? And that's my whole point of that. And I said that in the comments. I'm like, she could do what she want, but I'm just saying, just you giving this person clout, by talking about him and then stuff like that. Then the bar wanted to sit there and was like, oh, well. And my thing is this, he actually listens to the show, which I felt bad because, oh my God, like I don't want to make my listeners mad because the snippet that I showed on my Instagram had nothing to do with Nicki. I didn't even talk about her yet. So he had to have been listening to this podcast. So I felt bad. And then he tried to was like, oh, well, I've been a Nicki fan since I was 10 years old. I'm like, boy, honey, I've been a fan since Playtime is over. Now go on. You get what I'm saying? Let me just show you my Barb status, honey. I got the grandfather pass. You get what I'm saying? I got the VIP, okay? When I tell you how much I defended that girl in school, got into many arguments. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not even just talking about social media because that's what y'all arguing. You and y'all in the party gangs are going to sit there and argue back and forth on social media. No, I did it in person, okay? Many people. I was the only person that was a Nicki fan in my school. I wouldn't say in my school, but because there was some fans, but they didn't want to make it known. Yeah. So no, honey. I've been a fan, honey. I've been a fan. I get the damn pass. Ugh. You're adopted here, okay? But anyway, no, I am a Nicki fan, and there are times on the podcast where I do speak and I do say things that makes people feel like I'm not a fan, that I'm trying to sway towards Cardi. Let me tell you something. I don't care about these new girls. I mean, they got good music. Cardi got good music. I ain't gonna lie. You get what I'm saying? Cardi's giving me what Nicki is not right now. Let's be honest. Let's be perfectly honest. Okay? Because my go-to songs is Backing It Up, Money, Press. Nicki got Megatron, but I'm like, where's the other music, honey? Where is it? Where? And that's just the thing. And I feel like I don't want to compare them because, girl, they're in two different lanes. But I'm just saying that I definitely feel like I should be able to voice my opinion. I feel like I'm a conscious Barb. I'm not like the cult Barb because there's two different types of Barbs. There's the cult Barbs that everything she does is good. Everything she does is for her, and yeah, and whatever. And then there's the conscious Barbs that love her but understand sometimes she be doing too much, she be doing too less, and she needs to get it together. You get what I'm saying? That's a conscious Barb right there. And I feel like fans should be able to tell the truth to their queen, to their fandom. And it shouldn't be something that's argumentative. But at the end of the day, honey, I'm Barb. Been one. Okay, get the years, and then you can come back and come for somebody else. But no, I just want to talk about that. But it's all love, though. I mean, we ended the conversation on a mellow note or whatever, and we good, child. I hope he still listens to the podcast after this. But anyway. Something else that I wanted to talk about was Pose. We're getting in the middle of the season of Pose, and it went through its break, and then 2 episodes came out. I didn't see this episode that just came out, but I seen the Candy one where spoiler alert, Candy dies, and I don't like that episode. I'm going to be very honest, and if y'all pull some shit like that again, y'all gonna be a 3-season wonder. I didn't like that episode. I didn't like the fact that that's just bad writing to me. I don't like when someone dies and then like in the funeral or sometime or during that episode, like a version of them appears in someone's vision or something. That was just some Empire shit. I'm sorry, that's some Lee Daniels Star Empire shit. And that's why they got canceled. to, you know? You know? Look, I mean, come on. Like, that was just, I didn't like that. I mean, if she would have just died, if it would have been like a whole episode of them trying to find her, and then like towards the end, she end up that she's dying, and then there's this funeral, and then, because I did like the lip sync thing, that would have been fine. I was okay with that, but her appearing in everybody's vision, I just didn't like that. I didn't mess with that. I didn't rock with that. It just looked very cartoony. It looked very playful, and I don't like when shows get playful in the beginning. Like, you can get playful towards like your 5th, your 6th season because you ain't got shit else to write about. I get it. But when you're playful, like season 2, like that was just too playful for me. I wanted to sit there and I wanted to be sad. I was just laughing throughout the whole entire time because, you know, she was just saying her little thing, saying her little piece. I didn't mess with that. But, you know, that's my opinion. Tell me what you think in the comments. If you think I'm wrong, please tell me. Call me out on it. But other than that, the season is doing good, and I love the pacing of the show because it's not like boring. You get what I'm saying? Like, it could be a boring show. You get what I'm saying? But it's actually pretty good. It keeps me entertained. It's just certain things I'm just like, y'all should have 86 that. But a lot of the actors actually have say in post production and editing and content creating. So Candy is not basically fired off the show or killed off the show. She's gonna be there, but behind the scenes. And I'm like, you better get that paper, honey. You better get that bag, okay? I love that actor. I don't know her name off the rip, but I love that actor. I love how she's so, you know, just in your face with it. And I love the part where Billy Porter's character, Pray Tell, had his little piece, because those two characters really butt heads. And to see him actually do her eulogy was a surreal moment. And made me it didn't make me cry, but it made me tear up. And it was just like, you know, we didn't get along, but at the end of the day, like, that was my sister at the end of the day. You get what I'm saying? Because we're in this world together. We're all oppressed. And that was really cool. I loved it. That part, it was that part, and then the part where he allowed lip syncing, and then she had her little part lip syncing from the casket, and it was just like amazing. Here goes this vibration again, child. Oh my god, I hope I can edit this out. Anyway, let's just move on. So She's Gotta Have It was canceled after 2 seasons. I found out about this shit this morning, and it really pissed me off. I had to wake up to this shit. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. So apparently it's got canceled. And you know what? I don't think it was because of ratings. I'm going to be real honest with you. It was not because of ratings, because there were so many people waiting for this show to have a season 2. They were waiting for season 2 to come out. Everybody that I've talked to, my best friend, my cousin, some person I've seen on Instagram, just random people on social media, you get what I'm saying? So I'm like, what is going on? And then I was like, you know what? Maybe it was because of that last episode. Maybe it was because DeWanda Wise also said something about this, and she was saying some stuff like, I'm paraphrasing, when you speak your mind, they try to silence you, this, that, and the third, and she was going on and on about that. So I'm like, did it have something to do with the last episode in which it showed she was unveiling a picture, and it was a picture of her getting hanged, and her skin is in the American flag, and that just symbolizes what it symbolized, and it made a lot of people mad. Did it make Netflix mad to the point that they want to cancel their show? I mean, I don't know. It couldn't be possible, but that's stupid on Netflix's, that's stupid on Netflix part, because at the end of the day, that was making you money. People were watching that show. So you want to protect your authority so bad that you want to blackball yourselves by goddamn canceling this show. Netflix have been canceling a lot of shows, and you know what? The shows that's been canceled have been of shows of color. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about it. We got The Get Down. That was a good ass show, and it got canceled after 2 seasons. There was another show that has canceled too. There was another show. I don't know off the rep, but there was definitely another show of color. I've not seen a white cast. I've not seen 13 Reasons Why, because I know the people watching that. Yes, people are watching it, but it's not at the numbers that it brought in the beginning. I'm not trying to say cancel 13 Reasons Why, because I want to know what happens next. Shit. But for the black shows that's still on Netflix, hold on to your shows. If they cancel, what's that show called? Dear White People. I swear to God, that would just further my case into the reason why they're just canceling shows of color. So I'm like, okay, so Lee Daniels must have had a point, must have had a vision when they was telling him to try to get Star onto Netflix. No, bitch, because what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna give it 1 season, then y'all gonna cancel it. What's up with Netflix? What's up? What's up? I mean, is the money not there? It's clearly it can't be the money. You get what I'm saying? It's because of what they said at the end of the day. And if they say something that's too out of line, then it's an issue. But to be honest, Black Mirror, there'd be some things on that show that be going out of line sometimes. Let's be honest. Let's keep it real. And you don't say nothing, and that's just it. That's just the thing, you know. It's whatever. I feel bad because now I wanted to see what happens next. God damn it! And we just got a couple of Easter eggs that I will never get. Will never get to freaking unhatch or hatch or whatever. Well, they said Spike Lee is looking for other platforms to host this show. Put it on Zeus. Let me tell you something. Put that shit on Zeus, right? Because this is the same shit the Family Guy did. Family Guy was about to get canceled from Fox, and it would have been scrapped, the whole show. But Adult Swim picked up Family Guy, and it got the right notoriety that it needed, so it can go back to Fox. Put that shit on Zeus. I will pay for that. I will pay for that shit. Let me tell you something. Zeus is like new. Like they're putting on a lot of how you say. Well, Black China got her show, so she's pretty much a celebrity. But like YouTube famous or online internet famous people on there, you know, because the B Simone show and TT Do You Love Me shit, and but they got Black China on there. And Zeus, all you need is the platform, and then you got your own studios and cameras, shit like that, because you're a director. But I imagine Spike Lee probably would never do that because, you know, it has to be official. You get what I'm saying? But look, put it on Zeus. Prove to Netflix or any other platform, because you don't got to go to Netflix, child. Prove to them that you have the influence that was going to give them money. Because, see, Netflix did some dumb shit. Now, I might have to go with my girl Monique now and cancel your ass. And boycott your ass. But you know what? I didn't want to do that because it was still some shows I have to see. But let you do that shit to Dear White People, and I will be done with Netflix. And I suggest you guys too as well. But anyway, I think hopefully we're at the 20-minute mark. Oh God, 23. Okay, so I'll get into the hot topics. But before then, here's a word from our sponsor. Okay. So let's get into these hot topics. This podcast is brought to you by telling the damn truth. Okay? Don't you hate a lying, racist bigot? I hate one. And I cannot stand them. At the end of the day, they just want to sit there and just spill all this hate on social media and just not do shit and just, you know, have the... Well, here's my topic here. So Donald Trump decided to make racist tweets about the 4 congresswomen of color. I'm not going to read these tweets because if I read it, I'm going to have a conniption. I'm going to go off. I'm going to go crazy. Because at the end of the day, that shit was wrong. And basically the premise of it was saying, oh, if they don't like where the country or whatever, they can leave to go back to their country or whatever. The part that got me was when you said that, the fact that all 4 of those women actually live right here in America, you look dumb as hell. And the fact that you're saying that it's not racist, when you just assume that these women weren't from here, I mean, that is racist. That is, I don't understand. And I'm glad that his peers, well, some of his peers, are calling him out on the shit. I mean, like, you know, Mitt Romney, he didn't want to use the R word, he didn't want to use the racist word, but, you know, whatever, he couldn't speak on it. But at the end of the day, what he said was racist, and I'm just like befuddled that, you know, the government is now taking this tweet as a racist tweet. Honey, this man been racist since the 80s. Like, what? They are now acknowledging the tweet as being racist. What? Man, get out of here. He been racist. And what point that I wanted to bring up, which was very interesting, what Trevor Noah said, to the fact that he would never say this to Bernie Sanders. Okay? Because Bernie Sanders was born here, right? It's no question that he was. You get what I'm saying? But there is a question with these women because of their appearance. And that's wrong. Now, another thing, we have to bring it back to life now. Whoopi Goldberg made an interesting point. And it was like, you know, it's fine. You have the right to speak your mind, but be prepared. Be prepared for the consequences, okay? Be prepared for somebody to rock your shit. Be prepared to get backlash, whatever. You can say what you want, because at the end of the day, we should be able to say what we want, because, you know, that's our Constitution, and, you know, freedom of speech. And if there was no freedom of speech, I wouldn't be here. You get what I'm saying? There would be no podcast. I wouldn't be talking shit about y'all. So you can say what you want, but be prepared for the consequences. And he's getting very much backlash, and from his own people, his own Republican Party. You get what I'm saying? And yeah, he needs to really stop it. Let me just tell you something, because I was watching something. Someone explained to them, talk to the media on why I don't vote. It doesn't matter. Shut up. I don't mean to sound like Joe Budden right now. Like, shut up. Like, but really, you don't feel like your vote matters or it counts or whatever because the Electoral College. Bullshit. Because let me tell you something. When Obama was running, everybody was voting. He won by landslide, both of them. Electoral College couldn't dictate. They had to give it to Obama. It would have looked real bad. It wouldn't look bad on their part. It would have been like, what? What you mean? So no. I mean, it was kind of close with Hillary and Trump, because a lot of people didn't vote. And when you don't vote, you give your vote to Trump. Now, at the end of the day, and then it was like, why didn't people vote with Hillary and Trump? I'm just like, what, do y'all just want black people to run? I mean, shit, we got, what's her name? What's that girl name? We got that one girl, she's a woman of color that's running for the Democratic Party, so vote for her. Shit, do something. Like, because I cannot, like, that is, we have got to get him out of this, got to get him out of this government. And he needs to hopefully pay for what he's done, because he did a lot of illegal shit. Now, I don't get political because I don't have the intel, but I'm just saying, just vote, please. Like, it don't make no sense how you saying, oh, it don't, when people over here, especially people of color, child, that done fought and got killed and had to do stupid ass tests just to sit there and vote, and you want to sit there and just spit on them, basically, by saying, oh, I'm not gonna vote. Bitch, you will want somebody to vote, or you will want somebody to do what you did because you fought for it, and you will want the next generation to continue that on. You're just giving up, and that's just the sad part. But whatever, you're gonna do what you do. It don't really matter, because if you get in again, he got 4 more years, and that's just it. He'll never be the president again. Whatever. So let's, this podcast is based on truth, and I wanted to really get into it. Do you get what I'm saying? I wanted to really get into why people don't tell the truth and how people should stand in their truth. But also, we'll get into it. Okay, so let's talk about NBA star Dwight Howard now. Remember him? The NBA star opened up during a 2-part episode of the Fair Game with Christine about the rumors surrounding his sexuality and the alleged affair he was accused of having earlier this year. And this is what he had to say.
I went through a situation last year that kind of it really just set me free.
Okay.
It's a situation, it was an allegation with, a guy who said, it ended up being a situation that went viral. Mm-hmm. People were talking about it. And it upset me because I didn't even know who the person was. I'm like, why would somebody who I've never met, never had any contact with, make up a whole story about me? And I saw all the hate, the pure hate from people that I've never met before, just pile up everywhere I went against me. And I think that liberated me because I saw how a lot of people would feel, whether they're gay, whether they're straight, whether they have issues. People are afraid to be who they are. They're afraid to just step out and be, like you said, because they're afraid of what other people might say or think about them. And so that situation made me realize, you're not like this, but just be you, be free.
Meaning you're not gay.
I'm not gay. So it's a lot of people who are, and they have to hide. And it's people who have mental issues and they have to hide. It's people who have different problems in life and they have to hide. They have to put on a mask every day. It's like, well, I don't want to wear no mask. I just want to be.
I'm sorry. I have a hard time believing this. I'm sorry. I mean, now, let me tell you. I had to look through the archives now because we did mention this and we did talk about this story on the podcast many episodes ago. And for the people that forgot what happened, please listen here. So let's talk about Dwight Howard, child. His whole scandal. Now, basically, this boy, Sexuality Elijah, has outed NBA basketball star Dwight Howard. Well, the story is they was in a relationship and Dwight cheated, and allegedly he's been out of doing like sex parties with having sex with men and transgender women. And basically he screenshotted conversations between them and he screen recorded a conversation with him about, and like he was just like asking him, don't you sleep with, or you are in relations with, transgender women, this, that, and the third. He was like very dismissive of it. And it's just like basically Dwight Howard and his people were threatening Messine. So, now Messine is like, oh, I'm scared for my life, this, that, and the third. So he never met Hassan. I mean, there's no tangible proof. There's no photos. There's no videos of them ever interacting, etc. So I guess, I can't argue that or whatever. But what gets me is the fact that you actually had your boys, to threaten him. That was a real thing. He's actually suing you for it. He wouldn't sue you if he didn't have a case, to be honest. Because you're an NBA star, so you can countersue and he'll be fucked, to be honest. No. I mean, I don't think they were a secret couple. You get what I'm saying? But I infer that they had a run-in with each other. I do believe that. You actually had him on the phone. That was a real thing. That was a real video, and I was trying to find a video for it, but I can't. But there was a conversation that they had on the phone. Why the hell would you have that conversation if you knew it wasn't, if y'all didn't know each other? And my thing is, if it didn't happen, if this person that you don't know is lying, why are you worried about it? Because if somebody's lying on you, because that's how I am, and I guess everybody's different. When someone is lying on me, I know it's a lie, I'm not worried. No, but it's when they tell the truth. That's when you start to get scared and you start to be like, oh my God. And then you start to be extra and just mad and just get like, why are you all upset about it? If it didn't happen, don't worry about it. You get what I'm saying? He could have kept it G and was like, oh yeah, I don't know this person. If you would have said that in the beginning, maybe I would have believed you. But it's the fact that you tried to threaten him and this whole situation is happening. And yeah, I don't know. Were you a couple? But like I said, I don't think there was a couple. I think they just had a couple running ins. And, the basketball, the NBA community, very much, it's like it isolates certain undesirable cultures and undesirable sexualities. I mean, it's a stickler for a lot of people in the NBA. So I can understand why it's, important for you to hide who you are. But if people aren't ready to embrace the truth, I have to give this a pass. And there was no real proof. And that's just what it is. What it is. There's no real proof. So we'll just have to pop a little nail on there until something comes out. Because, what's done in the dark always comes out in the light. Now, if you didn't know that, that was a little reference from my first episode. That was the title. When I used to just have titles and not like, the little, this celebrity did that celebrity, So let's talk about R. Kelly. So he pleads not guilty. And because of that, the court is not giving him a bond. So he's like still in jail as we speak. And his lawyers and everything is ready to get it popping. Well, I think that's stupid because we know you did it. There's no question. There's no question that you possibly, maybe it's not your tapes or maybe is no question. It was no question when you was in the court last time. I don't know what the hell happened then. You got to live in your truth. You could have got a deal. If they was nice to you, if they were nice to you, they could have gave you a little deal. You probably would have got Cosby time. You get what I'm saying? You could have got Cosby time. No, but you going to get regular people time, which is, you probably going to get life. If not that. Tell the truth. You live in your truth, acknowledge what you did was wrong, and just move the hell on. You get what I'm saying? You're a celebrity, so you're probably going to get the treatment. You're probably going to get your own room and everything, and all the, the commissary. That's if you got money, child, your commissary might be good, but you're probably spending all this money on your situations that, things is just happening. No, I mean, y'all not going to win. I don't see anywhere. There's no reality where you will come out on top with this situation. And that's sad. It's sad, but at the end of the day, you did what you did, child. You gotta live with your choices in life. You get what I'm saying? And when you make choices in life, you have to acknowledge that they happened, never lie, and just live in your truth. And I know a lot of people hate you, but it is what it is. You did a lot of messed up shit. I'm gonna be honest. The only way I think he would get out of this, as far as jail is perspective, is if he pleads insanity, but then you'll be put in a nut house. So, and I don't really see that happening because clearly he's not insane. He's not, he's not insane. But you'll never know. You never know. His lawyers might plead for that. That's the only thing I'm thinking of. He'll plead insanity. That's the only thing. That's the reason why he did all this. But if he's going with the same story, I ain't never do it. I don't know how to hog tie. Boy, there's video proof. And still, with the people that was in his circle or whatever, they're not getting in trouble for this. They're not getting arrested because why they're harboring child pornography? Why wasn't this reported to the police in the beginning? I guess they were trying to keep a check. They were trying to stay employed or whatever. But child, what was y'all doing with them tapes for so long? Weird. Anyway, to get off of, let's see where we are in time. Oh, I'm doing really good. Okay, good. We still got a couple of topics to talk about. I love when I'm doing great. Like, I love when I have a lot of time that I've used, and it's not, I don't like it being in the 30s because I feel like I don't know. I feel like a podcast isn't a podcast if it isn't a long episode. Like, I don't feel like it's a real podcast if it's like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Like 40 and up is like my best friend. So we're getting there. So the Brat defends Jermaine Dupri Yeah. So basically, she was asked by TMZ, how do you feel about the recent backlash that Jermaine Dupri had? And she was like, oh, well, everything Jermaine Dupri does is strategic, and he knows what he's doing. He's a genius, and, you know, you should be thankful that the conversation even started. If they would have never asked that, it would have never been started. He would have never said nothing. So, first of all, I get that's your boy, and that's the brand. That's what it is. That's your boy, and you guys were from a different time. But what point? Or what do you mean he's a genius? Like he's everything he does is strategic. What are you trying to say? He's like basically saying what he's saying so that he can give the girls the influence to start rapping consciously. Oh, if I say this, ain't no real good rappers out there, they're gonna start rapping like you want them to rap like. No, that's not what's gonna happen. They're gonna still rap about their parts, period. Because there is a variety of rappers that you can listen to that rap about conscious things. There is nothing wrong with both. I feel the same way about trap music. I feel the same way about music like from J. Cole and stuff like that. People used to really like come for other rappers because they didn't rap like J. Cole. At the end of the day, he's a dope ass rapper. There's definitely some songs that I can listen to him with consciously if I want to feel that way. But if I want to sit there and pop bottles and do all this extra dumb shit, then I'll listen to some rap music that doesn't, that's not conscious rap. You get what I'm saying? So please stop coming for people's preference. Stop. I'm tired of that. And just because you have a preference, because that goes back to Chris Brown, because before y'all want to sit there, but you said that about Chris. If you got a preference, don't come for other people's preferences. Okay? All right. Anyway, and we'll just move on. And I'm just going to end the podcast with this. Stop messing with Ayesha Curry. Stop. It ain't funny no more. It's actually sad. It's actually just, I feel bad for her because she has to go through this much heat. And just because of what she said just for what she said in the beginning about, she doesn't get the love from fans or whatever, which was kind of dumb because you got a husband, whatever. But at the end of the day, she got freaking City Girl Summer and Hot Girl Summer mixed up. Okay, you can't fault her for winning. You get what I'm saying? And she couldn't do the Millie Rock right, but no, Stephen Curry said something real cool. He was like, I bet y'all can Millie Rock yourself and y'all ain't got no restaurant. Like, she opened up a restaurant. So, and y'all over here just mad because she don't know how to Millie Rock. At the end of the day, it's tiring. And I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of hearing about it. And leave her alone. Like, she is kind of funny. And there's people that's really like saying some dumb shit like, I just want him to divorce her so bad because she's so corny. I'm like, because she's corny? I mean, like, that's your opinion. I mean, she's probably not corny to him. Get out their relationship. Please. I can. I mean, I know I talk about celebrities, but that's only when they do dumb shit. You get what I'm saying? This is whatever. She's being her. Let her be her. This is why people can't be themselves, because of people on the internet. The internet made it worse because you couldn't be yourself in school because people always say some slick stuff or say you're corny or say this, that, and the third. I don't care if y'all think I'm corny, child. I'm going to still be on this podcast weekly every Friday. What's good? I just want to put that, I'm going to insert that on there. But no. Someone also made a tweet that was very interesting. They said people are really just tweeting because it's a trend to make fun of her. And that's all it is. I don't do trends. You get what I'm saying? I stay far from trends. I was always like that, even back in high school. So stop riding trends. That's just not, that's the MO. Living your truth. And let me look at the time on here. And that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this podcast. Like I said, if you want your projects or business to be promoted on the show, please hit me that email. It's in the description from wherever you're listening or watching this podcast on. I had a great episode. This is really funny. Please vote. Please do. I want you to, please. Just this one time. You don't got to vote no more. You ain't got to vote no more. Just get Trump out. You get what I'm saying? I don't care if the next election you put in a goddamn Republican, just as long as it ain't Trump. Please. Also, it's a lot of things. If you want to get interviewed, shoot me an email. And hit me a DM too, because I'm not that type of person. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not that type of person that's like, don't DM me like that's so unprofessional. Look, DM me if it's feasible for you. And like I said, my Instagram and Twitter is at TDGS official. It's it's a link in the description below. And also, stand in your truth. That's the moral of this podcast. And until next time, I'm your host, Darren Green. And this is the Darren Green Show, signing out.